Dave McFadden. Welcome to Tall Oaks. This is the house that Renee and I live in. We're glad to have you here. This is Tall Oaks. It's the president's residence. It was named because of all of the oak trees on campus, and at the time it was built in the middle of a woods filled with oak trees as well. It was built in 1970 when Abler Hellman and his wife Pat lived here. We're told that the first plans included a grand staircase in the entryway, and when Pat heard that, she said to the architect, "You don't understand Manchester. You don't know us well if you want to make something that grand." So it's a fairly modest president's home, as president's homes go, but it's been the home of the president since 1970. So this room is the living room. It's a great first place for people to gather. When they come in the front doors, we often have them come in. Depending on how many people are here, it's a place to stand and mingle, or we rearrange the furniture so that people can sit and be together. It's a space that allows small groups at one end, or if we arrange the furniture accordingly, we can fit as many as 40 people in here as well, seated in a circle. Renee and I love to entertain students. So among the groups that we have are team captains and coaches, organization and club presidents and advisors, and we've even had club meetings here. So earlier this year, Black Student Union came over and they filled this room for their first meeting of the year. It's a great space to entertain. It's pretty informal. When we remodeled, one of our objectives was to make it lighter. I used to have curtains here and mullions in the windows, the little diamond pattern shapes. We painted all of the woodwork white and really tried to brighten it up and let the sun in this space. A couple of things that I would say about this room. You'll see influence of the time that Renee and I lived in Indonesia. I lived there when I was in elementary school. Renee lived there when she was in junior high and high school. So you'll see artwork and artifacts from that time and trips we've taken since then. And the other is you'll see a lot of oak leaves and acorns, not just in this room but throughout the house. When we moved back to North Manchester in 1993, we started collecting acorns and oak leaves in pottery and glass. I've got an example here of one of our glass acorns. This is a hand-blown glass acorn. We have half a dozen like this. If you walk through the house, you'll see dozens and dozens of different kinds of acorns. We still look for them. At Christmas time, we decorate our Christmas tree all in acorn and oak leaf ornaments. It's pretty cool. One of the traditions for us is to welcome first-year students with a tour of Tall Oaks so that they have a chance to see the house, so that when we invite them to come, they don't feel intimidated. So they walk through, they get a tour of all of the spaces on this floor and in the basement. When they come into this room, it's the first place they come, they get an acorn, and it's a gift from us to them that says you have an enormous amount of potential. Then when they graduate, they receive an oak seedling that shows that growth and continued potential. This is the kitchen. There's nothing particularly special about it other than it serves a dual purpose. It is our home kitchen. We fix meals here, but it's also designed for catering and entertaining. It has 2 dishwashers, 3 ovens, a commercial stove, and is the place where anytime that we entertain, Chartwells will set up and prepare food and serve out of this space. We've got everything from china for formal entertaining to plastic plates, environmentally friendly for large groups when we entertain more informally. The largest group we've had here, probably 120 people. Not a lot of room to sit down when there are that many people here, but it's a great space. We're in the basement, which is a very casual space. Renee and I come down here to watch television in the wintertime. It's also a memorabilia room, a couple of different kinds of memorabilia. On my left here is my baseball collection, my autographed baseball collection. Most of them are Dodgers. I'm a huge LA Dodger fan. I lived in Southern California when I was in the 3rd and 4th grade and became a Dodger fan, and I have been since. So I've got everything from Don Mattingly, who is their coach, to Clayton Kershaw, who's one of their biggest stars now, clear back to people like Carl Erskine, who played for the Dodgers, later coached at Anderson College when they were a rival of Manchester, and coached up here. We have in this room a lot of our Manchester memorabilia, old pennants, I'm a third generation Manchester graduate. Renee and I met here at Manchester. Our kids graduated from Manchester. So among the things we have are our kids' diplomas, Renee's diploma and my diploma, my uncle's diploma, my parents' diplomas, my grandfather's Manchester diploma. That's really cool stuff, and it's a great place to be, Manchester.